Personal story segment tonight. The program South Park is a controversial satirical show that often mocks religion. Last week, South Park went after the Prophet Muhammad.
There's somebody I've always wanted to meet, face to face. If you could get him to show up in your town.
Sure, who is it? We can get anybody for you.
Muhammad, the prophet of the Muslim faith.
Ooh. That's tricky. If Muhammad appears in South Park, we get bombed.
That's right! Yeah, you tell him that. We don't know that. Maybe enough time has passed that now it's okay to show Muhammad.
But even if it were safe now for Muhammad to come, how would we ever find him?
Yeah, showing an image of him is completely off limits and censored, so nobody has ever seen what Muhammad looks like.
I believe we can find Muhammad. I've done a lot of research and I've completed a sketch of what Muhammad could look like today. No, don't!
Is that okay to show?
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Muhammad, thanks again for doing this.
You've done this town a huge favor, Muhammad.
Well, after that episode ran, the following quote appeared on a pro-jihadi website targeting the creators of South Park. We have to warn Matt and Trey, they are the creators, that what they are doing is stupid, and they will probably wind up like Theo Van Gogh for airing the show. This is not a threat, but a warning of the reality of what will likely happen to them, unquote. Theo Van Gogh, as you may know, is a Dutch citizen murdered after criticizing Islam. This now, Ann Hayes, former undercover special agent for the Justice Department in Afghanistan and Pakistan. So if the creators of South Park were to call you and say, what should we do here? What would you tell them?
Well, I think the best thing they need to do right now is nothing. The more attention that they pay to this, the more attention it's going to get. If it does escalate, I think that they are going to have to take precautions. This is serious. I think Matt and Trey knew what they were getting into.
So they had to know.
When they started it. I've watched interviews with them,
right.
And they said that they realized that this was going to be, you know, pushing the envelope, but they do that all the time. Anyway.
So you would not recommend that they get security now and take precautions now?
Well, I think maybe it might be a good idea since their addresses were published at this particular website.
Were the addresses published on the website?
Yes.
Okay, so the website, and this is an overseas website, is basically telling people to hurt these guys, I think.
Well, they are.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
an absolute threat. They have a picture actually of Van Gogh there with the knife sticking out of his chest and his head sliced off. So that is definitely a threat.
Now, there's no way that the United States companies can stop a website like that from coming in here.
No, and you know, even if the website was here, unless they make a direct threat to hurt someone, they really can't.
Well, I think they'd be in trouble
either.
if they did that here. I think you could build a case with a guy with a knife in him, and you know, this is not a threat, but this is the reality of what could happen.
And the FBI does monitor all these websites overseas and domestically, so we'll keep an eye on this and see how far it goes. But I don't think we've heard the last of it.
Now, as far as security is concerned, when you have a situation where there is a website that is targeting someone, as you said, we can't stop the website. It's there. It's out there. And they're printing the addresses and this and that. To me, I would absolutely, particularly if I had a family, hire a bunch of people to protect me.
Well, and that's what people are doing, and they have done it in the past, and it's been successful. But these two guys have this image that they're trying to maintain, and I don't know that that's what they want to do right now.
Would you have advised them, if you were on the network that they work for, not to do this?
No, they're going to do what they want to do. But
was it a smart thing to do in light of the Danish cartoonist and all of the, and Van Gogh, as we mentioned? You know, look, on one level, you have to admire their courage.
Right.
All right, they're satirists. We've had some beefs with them before about certain things. But they're courageous. I mean, there's no doubt that they are. And they do this. It's harmless to me. I didn't see any offense. But if you are a hardcore jihadist, any mention of Muhammad in any kind of way, particularly poking fun at him, is a capital offense.
And you're right. I don't think it was that bad. They have really pushed the envelope on other things, as you're well aware of. And this was very, very mild.
But you wouldn't have advised them not. See, I would have advised them not to do it. If somebody came to me and said, look, O'Reilly, I want to do a little satire on Muhammad, on the factor, I would say, I don't think so. Because the risk is higher than the reward. Now,
well,
maybe I'm a coward.
It would be to me, but it
maybe
might
I'm
not
a coward.
be to them.
But I would say, and I hate to give in to the intimidating forces of evil,
Right.
which is what the jihad
And that's
is.
what they said, too, in their
Right, you don't
interview.
want to give
They
in
don't
to the
wanna give into
intimidating
it.
forces
No.
of evil, but you got to deal with reality. I mean, these people are killers, and they will kill you.
But I don't even know if they took it as seriously as they are now. I don't think that they realized exactly what it was going to feel
The
like.
South Park guys, you don't think they realized?
I think
No?
they realized that there might be trouble, but I don't think it was. They realized it
Even
was
with
gonna get
see,
this
these
much.
guys are really, they're clued into the worldwide net, and they know this stuff is floating. I don't know, they're pretty sophisticated guys. Now, on one hand, you do have to admire their courage. I don't know whether the risk reward is worth it, but I hope I hope they do have security. I think they need that,
should,
for a while.
yeah.
I think it will blow over. I kind of hesitated to do this story because I don't want to give this jihadist website a lot of publicity, but I think it has to be done.
No.
Show did run last week, and we got to track it.
Okay.
Say thanks very much. We appreciate
You're
it.
very welcome.
We come right back. Is it legal on what's your